Good morning. Good morning.
Morning.
Good, very good. So now I know approximately how many people are there. Those who have not said good morning, so probably I might have missed counting you. So after listening to wonderful speech from my friend Meenu, uh, I'm extremely happy to be here on a wonderful morning with a great panelists along with me. So I compliment SPO, Nasscom for putting this together. Samarthanam always feels honored to be a part of any initiative of Nasscom and Nasscom Foundation. So Samarthanam is close to 20 years young dynamic organization. Initially started off to promote cricket for the blind and higher education for the visually impaired. These were two prime focus, but always the founders, myself and my friend SP Nagesh, very strongly realized unless we are made self-employed, because he's also visually impaired. Like Meenu, we ourselves represent our community, our sector, whatever you call. So unless they are made self-reliant, unless they are made independent and employed, all efforts of rehabilitation programs, welfare schemes, everything will go in vain. So at the end of the day, we have to make, then it was visually impaired when we started. Now we provide services to all kinds of disabilities. They have to be made independent. Just a couple of minutes introduction about Samarthanam. Some of our major programs are education. We have 2 residential schools, 1 to 10 standard, primary and high school, and provides extensive support to higher education, as that is being the prime focus. Technology is very, very strongly used in our higher education program, because mostly visually impaired avail our support now. Hearing impaired, hearing challenged also taking support. So we use screen reading software. We enable our college-going students to use computer as a tool to enable them to read independently, to make their own assignments on their own, and also keep in touch with the rest of the world. We provide that skill in them to use computer. This comes very, very useful. And using technology has helped us produce first visually impaired chartered accountant. And many of our students have made up to premier institutes like IIM, as just Meenu was mentioning. They have very successfully passed out, got selected in campuses. So other than education, I was very impressed seeing the e-waste, how do we kind of scientifically dispose, recycle. So Samarthanam has been actively working on environmental initiative. We are one of the large awareness creating organization in Bangalore. Work closely with ITC with their WOW program, well-being out of waste. So currently we are working in 25 wards of Bangalore city. By the end of this year, we aim to touch 60 wards. So if there is any which way, we can also start talking about e-waste, which we did a couple of campaigns in the past. So we'll be very happy to talk about it, because about 172 people are working under this well-being out of waste. We have a battalion which is moving around the city every morning. And so why environment? We started collecting newspapers and magazines to make braille notes. IBM came forward and said, we'll give you all our dry waste. Whatever you want, you can use it. Whatever you can't, you sell and make money for the organization. So we took this up in 2003. This also has helped us create employment opportunities for many visually impaired and other physically challenged people who are fairly less educated and low skilled. So this has helped us to create employment, and it has also helped us generate some revenue to the organization. So another major vertical Samarthanam heavily focuses on, other than skilling, is sports and culture. I'm an ardent lover of cricket. Cricket is a religion for many of us. So visually impaired are no exception. Cricket prompted us to start. So I was just, on a lighter sense, telling Charu and Anoopji, any visual impaired comes to Samarthanam asking for a job, if he is a cricketer, it is a done. So he'll get a job there. So I've asked my HR team and management to figure out what that individual is talented, like what talent he has, but first give him a job. So because of cricket, we have managed to raise a lot of awareness about the positive side of visual impaired, because I'm sure many of you know Samarthanam promoted an independent organization called Cricket Association for the Blind in India. In the last 6 years, we have managed to bring 3 international titles to the country. We have produced world-class cricket team which has won first T20 World Cup for the blind in Bangalore 2012 and fourth ODI championship. We won in Cape Town 2014. That's when our Honorable Prime Minister invited the team, spent 45 minutes with us and went on to talk about it in his Mann Ki Baat speech. So that is the kind of awareness we could raise about the positive side. Cricket has not only not only raised awareness, a lot of cricketers who played for the country went out and spoke to their respective state governments. They have got government jobs in Kerala, Andhra Pradesh and all. Government has given them employment. A lot of them have got cash prizes. Government of India gave 7 lakhs each to those who won the World Cup. Government of Karnataka gave 10 lakhs each. So like that, why I'm telling you this is, so if you raise awareness about the positive aspect, so it opens minds of many people. And side by side with cricket, we're also committed to host the second T20 World Cup for the blind in 2017, early 2017, in multi-cities. So definitely we'd love to have anybody wants to associate, most welcome. Not only in the form of sponsorship, definitely yes, we want sponsorship. Anybody who wants to promote this. And also, similarly, we promote performing arts. We have a dance group. We have a group which sings. We consider that also as an opportunity to create livelihood. Many of them pursue that as a career. We train them to become professional. Performing, they get paid. Teaching, they can earn their livelihood. So, coming to the very important topic, why we all are here, skilling. Minu did speak a lot about it, from what corporates expect and how we should empower our people with different disabilities. Samarthanam is committed to skill persons with disability. We have 6 centers in Karnataka where we provide ICT training focusing on 5-6 major emerging sectors. We train them to use computers, provide them soft skill training, and spoken English. These are 3 major aspects of training which can create employment opportunities for all kinds of disability in some of the major following areas like insurance, banking, hospitality, and IT and IT-enabled services, healthcare, and BPO. You know, now computer and technology is part and parcel of the life. So we do want persons with disability to acquire these skills. There's a huge skill gap. A lot of companies have started opening opportunities, as she was telling about diversity. So there are many opportunities, but we don't have enough skilled workforce. So Samarthanam, after seeing the success in Bangalore in 2008-9, when we wanted to set up first BPO training unit, I think Minu still remembers, we went out to her and requested her to help us create that curriculum. She and 24/7, both the companies, helped us to create curriculum. We set up 2 BPO training units. It was funded by Government of Karnataka, which they received money from Government of India, who was funded by DFID actually. So it was a partnership model, government funded. We took the help of wonderful corporates, and Samarthanam set up 2 centers in Hubli and Bangalore. Seeing that success, we kept replicating it and established 4 more centers, making it to 6. And in early 2014, we started training program out of Karnataka, that was in Jharkhand. We run 2 training centers in Jharkhand, one in East Singhbhum district, that is Jamshedpur, and another one in Devgarh. So 2 more should be starting this month, one in Anantapur and another one is Guntur. Microsoft has funded us to start these 2 training centers. And soon we are planning to start in Delhi, Bombay, and Hyderabad. We have submitted our proposal to another leading corporates. So we have created a replicable model, and we have decided to scale our programs. As Charu was mentioning, I 100% agree with you. More Samarthanams are needed, more NGOs are needed, and they can expand, scale their programs if corporates come forward, join hands with them, because corporates can teach us a lot. They can bring a lot of their systems, they can bring a lot of efficiency in the program, and they are the people who can hire our people. So I'm firmly of the opinion that persons with disability are a potential workforce. Charu mentioned about 1 crore plus people with disability in India are either unemployed or underemployed. Both are, I feel, is a crime. So they need to be skilled. They need to be provided with that assistive support system so that they become contributing members of the country. I always tell persons with disability should not depend on doles or pensions. They should become taxpayers of the country. They have every right to earn their livelihood, but as a responsible society, the government, the corporates, and civil societies like us, we have to create that support system. We have to create that conducive environment for them to acquire the required skill sets, give them that kind of confidence so that they go out and work and create transport system. Like transport sometimes becomes a major stumbling block for them because of their severe disability. It takes a lot of strain for them to get out of the house and reach the company on time. So I think we are moving towards that direction. A lot of positive approaches from responsible companies and government. I must definitely tell about current government, our Ministry of Social Justice, and they have created a separate department, last government. So current team is amazing, very positive. They are very keen to provide all possible support. Access India campaign, you all have heard. So, and we, first time perhaps, we see advertisements. I still listen to All India Radio. Every day morning, it talks about Suvidha transport system for disabled and all. It's amazing. So government can think one step ahead. So because they are the large organizations who can influence on policy, who can create that kind of sensitivity across. So Samarthanam will be very happy to work with similar organizations like us if they want to take up some of the programs, what we have done. We are very happy to share our knowledge, our experience and guidance. And if any corporate wants us to expand to different parts of the country, we are ready to take up that responsibility, because we firmly believe that disabled people are everywhere, and everywhere we can create that kind of training facility, at least, if not the employment. But a lot of jobs now are coming work from home. If we can train our people, which prevents them to move around, so mobility doesn't become a major hassle. So I think technology can make a huge difference. I always say technology is a huge enabler, and it doesn't discriminate. But we have to build that accessibility in that. If technology is inaccessible, it is not useful to a certain section of people. So any development, especially Nasscom, fortunately works with IT companies. So I request you to send out a circular to all the software companies. Please make sure all your softwares and programs you develop and applications are 100% accessible to all kinds of disability. So definitely would love to take more questions, and but we have slightly changed our approach to training recently. Earlier we were just providing training without 100% understanding the need of the sector, need of the industry. Normally what we do, we mobilize people, train, and then start placing them. So now what we have started talking to some of our companies with whom we work very closely, who have been hiring our people. We try and understand their requirements, their needs, what is their next 5-year HR plan, approximately. So we jointly work out a training module and train them, and then they can be placed. So earlier, mobilization, training, and placement, 1, 2, 3. So now we have slightly reversed it, made a program, first placement driven. So 3, 1, 2, 3. So placement requirement, identify people who can be trained in that, provide the training, and then go back to the companies, and they can be placed. Like this, we have run some 3, 4 training programs for some companies like Tyco Electronics and Microsoft. They have, if not 100% they have definitely hired some 40% of the people, but rest of them, we could place them in different companies. So some of the major companies who have hired our people are Intel, Microsoft, Accenture, Wipro. Like this, even BPO companies, HGS, we work very closely with HGS. I'm sure somebody must have joined Emphasis also. Like this, we work with 40-odd companies in Bangalore. A lot of hospitality sector, hotels like Lemon Tree has hired a lot of them. And we are also talking to government. So we are on the job identification panel with Government of Karnataka, where we try and influence, because many times lack of awareness, they believe that people with disability cannot do this job, people with blindness cannot do this job. So we go and tell them, no, now technology has made huge difference, so you got to think differently and fulfill that reservation. And I'm sure some of you or many of you know, government also has come out with some concessions, that PF and a whole lot of things. So I think we should try and leverage all the available incentives, motivate companies to hire, and create more training facilities so that persons with disability are trained in different fields, not limiting to IT itself. A lot of other areas we can train, food processing, housekeeping, and agriculture. There are a lot of areas, electronic assembling. So we are slowly thinking about it. We are the first organization empaneled with the Ministry of Rural Development to implement DDU-GKY for disabled. We are going to launch this program in a week's time, and going to have a massive program on 15th July, World Skills Day. So once again, my hearty congratulations to Shrikant and Deepak and both of your teams. And thank you so much for listening to me. I'm very happy to take questions. Thank you very much.